All right, now this here is ancient Hebrew, right? Or modern Hebrew, actually. Now, um, for the word semen. All right. The Bible has a Hebrew interpretation of that. All right. Now, so the word in the Hebrew is seen, cough, T, Z, R, I, N, or A. So, let me make sure I got that right. Yep, cough, sheen, not seen, my bad. Now, with seen, it's on the first um, hook of the S. With sheen, it's on the last hook of the S. So, the consonants are S, H, K, K, Sh, Ka, Ka. I don't know. From there on out. Ka. I'm thinking Jim Carrey there with the bat. There it is again. And it looks like a TH or. Yep. Now, the thing is, this is feminine if it ends in a TH. Mm-hmm. Then it has a little hyphen, a Hebrew hyphen. The arrogancy of some people that they won't even understand their own word for God. I agree with you. I agree with you. That is feminine. I know. You can't handle that truth. Then Z R A or I N. Z R I N. So SHKKTH. Shikachas. Shakakas. Mm-hmm. That's how you would pronounce it. And then Zara. Zar. Zara. Something like that. So, Shakakas Zar is semen. Is semen. Now, this says, if a man goes out from him semen, then he shall bathe in water all his flesh, and be unclean until the evening. And every garment and every leather, because back then they wore leather breeches, which shall be on it, semen, shall be washed with water, and shall be unclean until evening. And a woman who he lies with, who lies a man with her, with an emission of semen, and this is the last part of the word, the zarath, shakakas, and Atha'a is the word before that. Ish, Eysh, is a man. Ya Shakaka, without the th, means, they say that means lies. So Ya Yi or Yo Sh Kas, might be a double K. It's got a dot in it. Or that could be BB. Let me try again. Right. That was not a bad. Still cuckold, but it's got a double K this time. And this time it's got 3 Ks, right? In a row. The KKK. Now, usually when there's a dot in it, it just doubles the letter. See, Tav, and Tav, without an H, right? The Tav has a dot in the Hebrew. The Thav does not. So, when he lies with the woman, right? And a woman, which is Isha, who Ashra Yashakaka, and this is a double K. Mm-hmm. Ka, ka. Mm-hmm. Ish, which is man. If because it's a double H, right? It's got a dot in the center. Again, the word semen, shakaka, shakakoth, zar, the, rock. This is the CH for Hanukkah. Then the, I forgot, the TS, sa, is next. Then the, or vu, and vu makes it masculine, right? Ah makes it feminine, Hebrews. Alright. Now, the real question is, okay, how can a man's semen get on his garments and leather when he's having a wet dream or masturbating or both, right? Right. And it don't even have to get on him. It's at the tip of the penis. Now, if you're what? Masturbating, right? That's clearly what Moses is talking about here. One is without a female, and one is with a female, because according to the Levitical law, only the male can have sex with the female, not another male or another person, right? Even if it's a hermaphrodite, you're not supposed to have sex with those either because they have a penis, right? Right. Well, that would be Levitical law. Now, like I said, if the Virgin Mary was approached by a hermaphrodite and she had sex with it, and it had both boobs, penis, and vagina, and it showed it to her, I don't know if she would sleep with it or not under Judaism law. What would you do with a thing like that? See, Judaism does address kings with breasts who will give suck to them. And the riches of the Gentiles is another translation of it, or the milk of the Gentiles, right? That's actually what it said. And you shall suck the breast of the kings, right? Now, the word used for breasted is shad. Well, even Leviathan draws out the shad for its young, the nursing breast, right? So this is a king with a nursing breast that can give milk to a child, or Israel, meaning the king is a hermaphrodite. Now, you're not going to hear this in Sunday school class. Welcome to adult Sunday school class. Graduate, why don't you? Whole point. Now, some of you think you know it all. You don't. Now, like I said, what does you think Jesus means though when he says, forgive to be forgiven, right? But condemn and you're condemned, right? Well, you play God to people when you condemn them for doing something wrong, right? You're not God. Even if you can kill me, or attempt to kill me, or attempt to murder me, you're not God, right? You're not the final authority to say when I die or when I don't die. I'm obviously not letting you from the car wreck to the fall to down. I was blacking out in 2017 for some reason and noticing things moved around and don't remember moving them around. So either someone's intentionally messing with me during the day, right? Or whatever, right? Or, I'm literally blacking out and moving things around and forgot where I put it, right? Like I said, I don't just give you one possibility. I give you all the possibilities like ninjutsu taught me. Now, like I told you before, I just read a book on the subject matter that was written by a man who went over to Japan and claimed to have met the Grand Master, Dai Shihan Sensei. I'll call him that too. Dr. Hatsumi, who claims to be the foremost expert in ninjutsu today. Now, ninjutsu, like all martial arts, has a martial arts background. But ninjas are not the movie version of a ninja, right? Either. They don't have magical powers, where they can really appear and disappear. They're tricks they use. It's called a trap door. Or again, you dig a pit before you go to the battle scene, where you cover it with a net and leaves. So that when you get to a certain point and you're being chased, you can get under the net and they run past you thinking you ran on, and you can lose them that way. Right, that's what Dr. Hatsumi was teaching Stephen K. Hayes about ninjutsu, for example. Now, what's happened to me, though, started when I was 16, dropping little Roddy off at his girlfriend's house. And like I said, I don't know who all that involves, but I'm guessing don't take that serious. I also forgave it and moved on from it too, right? But the thing is, you're not a witness to any damn thing. I am. Just like, I don't know what's going on in your life and you don't know what's going on in mine. All we can do is try to communicate to each other. Well, someone's acting batshit about my story. They're making me think they attacked me on base or at Vivian's house, which is the woman Lorati was dating, right? And they almost seem to be acting like Jason Voorhees towards me. They don't want me to have a girlfriend or a wife or something. I don't know. And who wouldn't want that? That wouldn't be my mother, because, I don't think so, right? Or my sister, or my relatives. And again, I know who I was with and not with, and as far as women is concerned. Now, it looks like, though, someone tried to kind of do me in at the car wreck and then tried to paralyze me at the fall. So I wouldn't have any more babies or something. Past Daphne. That's something Jason Voorhees would do to the camp counselors, because, they had sex with a woman, married her, and then it didn't work out, so he divorced her, right? No, you can't do that. Reason is, no one's perfect, right? And again, you confuse stories that you don't know the background of what's going on. Why would some religious nutball come to Jesus and ask him about divorce in the first place? Was Jesus divorced or something? See what I mean? No. If he was, there is a story in John about a woman being brought to him caught in the act of adultery. Well, the thing is, in that culture, the adulterer is the wife. And who did she have adultery with? Another man. So in that culture, you don't bring someone else's wife to the Messiah figure unless this is on wife. Dumbass, right? And then you have the story of the woman who came to Simeon's house, right? And she's portrayed as married sometimes. Was this after their divorce? Now, when you're carrying on someone else's interpretation of a scripture, okay, first off, right, some of it was sarcastic. Why? Because King David had more than 17 wives, at least 17. Reason is, he had a few of them in the wilderness when he was battling for his kingdom, and Saul was still ruler in Israel. He gave Saul grace to finish his reign, right? Even though he did not deserve that grace and was sinning against God, David still worked within the subject matter that he's the king right now, and I cannot harm my king, right? Just like me with Trump. I know Trump is the president, even if I don't like what he's saying, right? I still serve under his presidency, whether I like what he's doing or not, but I serve it honorably as I did if I didn't like some of the things Obama did, right? Or Bush did, or again, then we got a Clinton, and then we go back to Bush Sr., and then Reagan, and then Jimmy Carter, and then Ford, and then I was born around Nixon. And Nixon came during the Vietnam War. And I was born in '69, so that's my timeline from there on, right? So that's the whole point, right? Now, all I'm doing is teaching you little tricks about copyright law. Now, when you're critiquing something, right, you should be allowed to play parts of that song. Why? You're critiquing it. You're critiquing it. Under legal terms, if I buy your CD, right, and I start critiquing it, right, how much of it can I critique legally under copyright law? Well, if I bought the CD, I should be able to do the whole CD, right? And if I'm critiquing the music, right, like, say, Taylor Swift's Lover, right? I liked the piano in the background, but I didn't like the drums. But I did like it when she went to the guitar with the drums, right? Why? Because she's singing a love song. Well, I'm used to Bette Midler's The Rose, for example, where you don't hear a single drum beat, right? So when Taylor did her version and I heard the drums in the background with the piano, I didn't quite like it, but I didn't hate her singing or anything. I didn't think the song itself was bad. I just didn't like the musical accompaniment at that particular junction. But then when I saw her do the awards with the guitar, that sounded better to me, and I like that one better than, say, the piano. But that's because I'm more of a Richard Marx type love song, where, again, he plays the piano. You don't hear a lot of drum in all of that. But that's critiquing, okay, legally, Taylor's song. And see, to critique it, I have to let the background of the drums play to explain what I mean, right? See, that's critiquing the song, right? And I gotta play the song to point out what I'm talking about, right? Well, copyright law allows that. Yeah, it does. It does. And again, I can parody it. Well, there's two ways to parody Taylor Swift. You can sing it in your own voice or try to impersonate her, right? Okay, both are what? Parodies. So, lover. And I'm just playing, right? Lover. That's my voice. This is a Taylor's voice. Lover. And again, I'm just trying to match her voice a little bit, right? Now, do I?